I know y'all want to dome kids, maybe even emote on their dumbasses, but this is impossible unless you have a build like this, getting 300,000 damage a crit headshot. Hey YouTube, Beamz here. Here is this underrated beast of a build, aka
when could Kingbreaker be accurate as shit?
Getting right into it, the specialization choice you want to use is Technician. And yes, this is because of the linked laser pointer, which is a pivotal piece in this build for tagging the enemy. And you also get an extra skill tier, but that's about it for the specialization choice. Next, the weapons. The primary we're running for this build is Kingbreaker, and damn, this gun is fun to use. The noise, the heft of it, and its talent perfect flatline amplifies your weapon damage to spotted enemies by 20% and helps you reach that sub 300,000 weapon damage a shot. We run the headshot damage hollow sight, a compensator for extra stability, and an extended mag, and of course, that linked laser pointer to activate the perfect flatline. We also run damage to target out of cover on this weapon as well. Alongside this, you want to run the Nemesis for those long range engagements. You can also switch this out for the White Death, but you can also switch it out for an Eagle Bearer for those multi-group situations, utilizing the tenacity buff. And like usual, run whatever for the pistol, it really doesn't matter at all. Now for the gear. We're using Fenris backpack, Fox's knee pads and contractor's gloves, Providence defense holster, and the named chest piece Closer, and the exotic mask Catharsis. We run the Catharsis for the vicious cycle buff, increasing our weapon damage when damage is taken alongside the purge effect, restoring our armor and removing status effects applied to us. It comes with a blue core, incoming repairs, and armor regen, and we run a headshot damage mod with it. For the backpack, we run a Fenris backpack for the plus 10% assault rifle damage with red core, headshot damage, crit chance, and a headshot damage mod. We use Adrenaline Rush as the talent for that extra juicy bonus armor within 10 meters of an enemy, increasing our survivability a little bit. For the chest piece, we run the Closer named chest piece, a part of the Xena brand. This gives us more survivability with the brand set's extra plus 5% total armor and increased DPS with the perfect spotter talent, amplifying weapon damage and skill damage by 20% to pulsed enemies rather than the 15% on normal spotter talent, and synergizes well with Kingbreaker's plus 20% damage to pulsed enemies and the linked laser pointer which applies pulse to the enemies. This chest piece has a blue core, weapon handling, headshot damage, and a headshot damage mod. The gloves, Contractor's gloves, give us that extra damage to armor. Alongside running Fox's Prey and kneepads, we get that extra plus 8% damage to targets out of cover. Both best in slot pieces with the damage being multiplicative rather than additive. Contractor's runs a blue core and headshot damage, and Fox's run a red core and headshot damage. The last piece we run is a Providence defense holster, giving us plus 15% headshot damage while having a blue core, 1 crit damage, and headshot damage attributes. Though I'd rather want to have a crit chance over crit damage or even weapon handling over crit damage, but I may do with crit damage. Now for the skills. You'll have high flexibility when it comes to this. I personally run a decoy, hiding your nameplate and location for a specified time unless pulsed. A must-have in solo and group PvP because people are so oblivious. I mean, look at this bot. Clueless. While I run a burn sticky, but the EMP sticky is also good for the disrupt effect and the stagger, while I just run the burn sticky because it doesn't let the enemy aim and equally if not more annoying than the EMP sticky. And of course, switch up the skills. Sometimes I run booster hive, just run what you need. Anyways, now for the stats. We have 106,000 weapon damage, a lackluster 16% crit chance and 55.4% crit damage, but that's ignoring the 165.3% headshot damage, which might not sound too impressive, but we have to not only take into account all weapons damage of 44.3%, which doesn't include the possible 40% damage with enemies pulsed, and that's not including the Catharsis' vicious cycle buff, which can give you a theoretical 30% extra weapon damage, theoretically dishing out plus 114.3% weapon damage. So how does one play with this build, you ask? Let me play you this clip. All you gotta do is drop your decoy, run around like you're playing COD, and shoot your sticky to stagger, and just aim for the head and boom! Another victim in the DZ in 4 easy steps. All you do is aim and hit your enemy's head and dish out as much damage without having to go out of your way to proc talents. But remember, this is just a template, so modify it to your liking and test some stuff out. I'll show you a screenshot of the build so you can see the build from a bird's eye view-ish. But with all of that out of the way, I really can't thank you guys enough for making this far in the video. It means so much, especially with the crazy growth after over a year hiatus. Like 18,000 views, 5.6 thousand, 2,000, and of course hitting that 500 subscriber milestone. halfway to the 1,000. So subscribe to the channel to get us there, and it's free. Don't forget to slap that like button. Do it. It really helps me out. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.
All you do is clap and wank, clap and wank, clap and wank.